Folks, today on Tool Tuesday, we've got Kandi, the electric side-by-side, pulling a huge chicken coop. This is gonna be a fun day here on the Stoney Ridge. Let's see what this thing's got. This electric got the power. Forward and go. Yeah, baby. I like it. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to another beautiful day here on the Stoney Ridge farm. This is the 1 month review of using an electric UTV on the farm. This is called the Kandi Innovator, and I'm digging it. Today we're going to be putting it to work. I've been driving this around the farm, somewhere in the neighborhood of just about a month, maybe a month and a half. It's been here on the Stoney Ridge farm. This is really an interesting take on a side-by-side. It is dual motor. In other words, there's a motor for the rear and a motor for the front. It's four-wheel drive, full-time four-wheel drive, all electric. It will go 60 miles on a charge or up to 8 hours on a charge. It's called the Innovator. And all it does at the end of the day is just simply plug into either a 120 outlet or a 240 or 220 outlet. What I've been doing with this is actually charging it via solar using this guy. This is my little Jackery battery bank backup, and it connects to solar panels. And basically all you have to do is pop the little cover here, squeeze this in, it goes, it's plugged up, and it'll illuminate that it's charging right there. It's just that easy. Guys, no more fuel with high climbing fuel prices. This is a godsend. Also, with energy prices going up, I can charge it via solar with that little battery bank right there. Makes it super easy. So at the end of the day, battery bank sits outside, solar charges all day long. Plug this guy in, top it off overnight. It's great. It's been fantastic. You know, would I take it trail riding? I guess that's the big question here. Yes, I would take it trail riding. Would I trust it to go trail riding? Yes. Would I, if I went like up to West Virginia for a camping trip and I needed to charge it every day, you know, you can only go up to 60 miles. That's 60 miles basically. It's set to go 8 hours of driving. Now you're gonna burn more electricity running the lights, you're gonna burn more electricity running the turn signals, the horns, but there's no heating and air conditioning or anything like that. Just a simple display on there. Steering is power steering. I've just been super happy with it, guys. I can't tell you, it's robust, it's tough, the bed is tough, it is all steel. I do wanna get, like a stall mat and put in here, and Kandi may offer a bed mat to put in here, but I want to put that in so that it doesn't get damaged too much. It's metal. I don't know if you hear that or not, but it's metal. This is plastic. This is a plastic outer cover. That's a plastic outer cover, and I did this in another video, but that ain't no joke, man. That is stout. Really, really tough. It comes with a top standard, which is awesome. Doors, really, really tough, robust. Don't have to open the door to charge it. Key doesn't have to be on to charge it. You got a button right there to raise and lower your dump bed. We're going to be using that. You can put big tumblers like my Milwaukee tumbler in right here. Horn, power steering. Man, it comes with mirrors, windshield. What else to tell you? Turn signals, high beam, low beam, and the coolest part is you can make this into a cooler. So it's got a frunk in the front right here with drain holes in it, so you can rinse it out good, or you could use little Kandi right here as a rolling cooler, which I like. Or you could just put a whole turkey in there, maybe 3 turkeys in there, and take them on a Thanksgiving excursion. Got some robust framework right here. This is a step bar that you can step on. I do find that kind of becomes, well, you just have to get used to it as you get in and out of the machine. We're in the passenger side right here. There's some non-skid padding on here that I learned about over the time using it. Got a glove box right here. I like that. I dig it. Again, cup holder here. We are charging right now, and we have storage for 2 more cups. Cell phone storage right there. That's not a charger, but I am going to put a wireless charger in there and just plug it right into the USB-C. Super simple. And a place for your passenger to store their phone. That's a Pro Max. That's the big daddy. That's the big phone. So you could double stack them right here if you wanted to. However you want to make it work. We got a winch on the front. We got a dump bed, high beam, low beam, left, right, turn signal, forward, neutral, reverse, and hazard lights. Nice doors, robust. Slam the crap out of them all you want to. The thing about this machine that's different from a gasoline machine is the idea that it's so quiet. You actually hear the rattles, all the little rattles and all the suspension going. You're gonna hear that when you're using an electric side-by-side like this. Now, if your community is golf cart friendly, I do believe you could probably register this thing. And don't hold me to it, but I know a lot of beach communities here in North Carolina have machines like this that are registerable, and you can use them in the golf cart community. So let's just get busy. I got some cool Milwaukee tools we're gonna be using, and I'll tell you how I messed up at the house in just a second. So let's unplug. We squeeze the trigger, pull it out, and that's it. That's all it is to it. Neat, huh? Pop that cap on, hop in. My key is hanging right here. I've just had it hanging here. You just wave that in front of that little critter, and it's running. It's on. Wanna bet me? Here goes reverse. Backup camera like that. You see that? Now, I showed this in a previous video. You know, what you worry about with something with electric motors or even gas motors on your farm is tearing up the land or ripping up the driveway. It's not we're not talking about a trail machine. We're not talking about something to take off sweet jumps. We're talking about something to use on your property, on your farm, on your horse property, to work around the barn, at your beach house. That's what we're talking about right here. So the cool thing that I noticed about this, the first time I did a review, and what I've known ever since, there are 2 things. I'll show you. So simple enough. We've got a brake right here that locks when you park it. When you release, you just do that. We got a stop pedal, and we got a go pedal. Notice I get the go pedal to the floor, and we didn't go flying or spinning gravel. Watch, as I mash to the floor, it takes off at a reasonable speed. It doesn't just go wham and just take off. It's so cool. Steering, check this out. So with my steering, it's 1 finger. It's like the old Ford pickup trucks. Just 1 finger is all it takes to steer, and it self-centers. Watch. There we go. So in my mind, I think it's safe. I feel like it's safe. I feel like it's a safe bet around your property. I'm driving it right now, and you guys can hear me plain as day. If I was in my loud side-by-side, you wouldn't be able to hear it. All you hear is the road noise, the tires on the ground, and a little bit of rattle. Pretty quiet. I'll just shut up for a second. I know that's rare. Right now I've got the windshield opened a little bit so we can get some good fresh air. You'll see a little dust on the screen. The screen gives you all sorts of information: how much charge you got, how many miles per hour, your total miles, what you've gone on this trip. And I like this because you can adjust it. There are 1, 2, 3 different settings, and basically you have infinite settings right here. You can raise this windshield up. That way you can get some nice cool air in the cab of the machine, and it keeps the dust from wafting up behind you. We got the project right here that we're gonna be working on today. It's a little breezy. That's a project. I'll lock my brake. I'll hit the stop button. It just turns off. That's it. Isn't that easy? Super easy. The only bad thing is it's so quiet, you don't know if it's running or not. So this is the first time I've really filmed working this thing, and we're gonna show you guys what we're doing. I planted some trees in this plant bed last year, and I boo-booed. That big boo-boo was, I didn't get them out of the ground in time. I should have pulled them out of the ground when they were about that high and potted them, and I didn't. And hence we have a 12-foot tall bush in front of the house that we got to get rid of. So we're gonna start over fresh with that.
Little Kandi, come on, girl.
Let's show you the tools we're gonna be using today. This is a game changer compared to this. This is Milwaukee M12 pruning shear. It is fantastic. You simply turn it on, and you've got two modes. One mode opens the jaw a little further than the other mode, and all you do is do that. With the mess that we have, using this, my wrist would be killing me. My forearms would be blowing up. The next awesome tool we're gonna be using, this is called the Milwaukee Hatchet. You've seen it in a few different videos. Little handheld chainsaw. So in the time that I've had this, I've hauled rocks, I've hauled pieces of equipment, I've hauled feed, I've hauled grass seed, I've hauled mineral blocks to the cattle, all sorts of stuff. And nothing has made this thing grunt at all. Even pulling the chicken coop over there, which is a big piece of equipment, I've had no trouble whatsoever. This thing surprised me. I guess really it surprised me more than anything, because I thought either it's going to be too torquey and it's going to jerk my head back, it's going to tear the yard up or tear up the pastures. Didn't do that. Or it's just not going to be as capable as a gas-powered unit. This has 4 unique little tie-down system loops inside the bed, which makes things really easy. And we're going to take all this down and dump it on a burn pile that we're going to have for a future video. I've been putting that job off for like 4 months. Didn't take long at all. We got a good load on here. Check it out. Nice. Let's take it on down to the burn pile. Ooh, uh-oh. Stick got me. This is that part where if it runs too jumpy or too fast, we run a risk of dropping half of what we just picked up, which is not cool. Now the other week, I hauled some cinder blocks with this over to the honeybees, and I also hauled some firewood down to this burn pile as well, and it did fantastic. I'm not in any way disappointed in this. The only thing that I could say would be different about it is that it's so quiet, you can hear every little rattle. I'm not hearing anything really rattling right now. With the load on, it shakes much less. And the bed capacity, I think, is 400 and, I don't know, I'll post it down there. It's 400 and something pounds. Towing capacity is 2,500 pounds, and the winch on the front, and it comes with a winch, is a 3,500 pound winch. It's got some tugging capability. If you were to get in a hole or get stuck somewhere, it'll pull itself out, no problem. I'm just gonna leave it on. It's not really eating any battery power. Still got 87%. I'm just gonna leave it on. It's running right now, but it's not burning any energy while it's sitting there. Just idle state pretty much. Let's get all this brush on that brush pile. Gonna make a good fire. There you go. Nice. That's a lot to be in that little bed. Here's those tie downs I was talking to you about. Pretty Pretty handy. Release the e-brake. We'll back up a little bit. Here's that backup camera. So cool. Forward and go. It's a pretty steep hill right here. Doing great. Watch. Let go. Straight. Isn't that cool? We're gonna go ahead and hook up to the chicken coop, and we've got to move that to another part of the farm and set up for the baby chicks. That's gonna be pretty awesome. We'll see that in a future video. Let's check the honeybees while we're out for a nice little quiet ride. Look at that. They're all looking pretty good. Nice. Nobody trying to sting me. That's always nice too. We're gonna hook our pin into there. That is the first time I've used a backup camera on a side-by-side. Let me show you guys how much easier that was. Watch when I put it in reverse. Right there's my hitch. Wow. Ugh, so easy. Now this thing ain't no joke. This is an old hay wagon right here, and this is all wood and steel. It ain't no joke. It's probably pushing that 2,500 pound mark. It's pretty heavy. This is these are nest boxes, and inside here we have some chickens. These are the chicks that I hatched out not too long ago, and they're probably wanting to get out. This is heavy. Woo! I can't help myself. We are gonna do a little bit of a speed test here, a little bit of a jam on the gas and let her rip tater chip and see what happens here with that gigantic coop behind us, just to see what it does, how hard it will actually pull. Let's just give it the juice. There's no tow haul, there's no load, there's just go and stop. I'm gonna mat it to the floor. Let's see what it does. Here we go. Yeah, baby. I like it. I can tell there's a chicken coop back there. There's no doubt about it. And the chickens are getting the ride of their life right now. Just with anything, you're gonna have to take it a little slower, a little easier while you're towing. That's just normal. We're in the driveway here. This is a pretty steep hill. This is a pretty steep grade and deep gravel. That all-wheel drive is working. Pretty happy with that. Pretty impressed. Typically I'll pull this with a lot bigger side-by-side, 1000cc side-by-side. The four-wheeler really struggles trying to pull this thing. It should not be pulled by an ATV. It's really doing good. Let me see, I've got some data I can look at real quick in here. How many watts am I pulling? Total battery current. 268 amps, that's what I'm pulling. So it's tugging away at it. Still got 83% battery. I'm gonna say it's not gonna tow that chicken coop for no 8 hours. It's just pulling a lot of power. It requires power to do that kind of stuff. But for working around your property, and again, we're on a 150-acre piece of property here in the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. For working on a property this size, you can't beat it. It's so quiet. I ride over in the pasture and I see wild turkeys that I never got to see before. I can ride right up on deer. You ever been frog gigging? Do you want to sneak up on the frogs? This is the machine. It's so quiet, so super quiet. Or you got kids, you put them to bed, and you and the little wifey want to go for a little ride, a little midnight ride on the farm, turn the lights on and go have some fun. Now, you're pulling a big load like this down a hill, how are the brakes? Great. No complaints whatsoever. Brakes are fantastic. This machine doesn't have a whole lot of time on it. You got a break-in period for this machine and a break-in period for the brakes. So we are not all the way through that break-in period, but we're gonna put it to the test for you guys. Oh baby, don't flip, don't flip. You can do it, you can do it. Oh man. Shut her down. Brake is on. Oh, that's nice. That is really, really nice. That is little Kandi with her little frunk that we could fill with ice and put some beverages in. I'm happy. I think it's really cool, guys. There'll be a link down the video description to this critter plus a QR code. You've probably seen that QR code earlier in the video. Is an electric side-by-side farm worthy? That is really the question. Is this machine farm worthy? And I think this totally proves it. For all your little chores around the house, around the farm, around the property, you know, and you could get fancier. You could have a cab model with air conditioning and heat and all that stuff, and you could spend 40, 50 grand. I know some of the other brands, I've seen them upwards of $50,000 for a cab model. Not little Kandi. She pulls, she does her job. Simple, easy, 2-inch receiver in the back. Yeah, dual motor. I'm happy with it, guys. Plug it in overnight, using nothing but solar power, not burning any gas. I really like it. Thank you, guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Love to have you back here on the Stoney Ridge Farm with me. Oh, we gotta take a look at the chickens. Let's see what they're doing in here. They got a little wild ride. Hey, kids. Hey, birdies. What are you guys doing? You're getting so big. You're getting big and you're out of food and water. That's on purpose. I gotta feed and water these critters. Thank you guys for watching Tool Tuesday. See you next time on the Stoney Ridge. Come on down to the Stoney Ridge. Bring your wife and bring your kids. We're living life pure and sweet. That's the way it's supposed to be, Stoney Ridge. Ooh, uh-oh, stick got me. I need some more boogers. Could I have another load of boogers, please, Captain? Thank you. Come on, Kandi, light my fire. Come on, Kandi. I'll just shut up for a second. I know that's rare. Y'all come back now. You hear?